think if I kill my best mate, I'd be throwing stuff around his grave that could get traced back to me?
Murderers tend to return to the scene of the crime. Can't help themselves.
And this would be a good time to stop this interview.
Oh, come on, Adam. We know you fought with the victim before he disappeared.
Prove it.
Declan Macy was about to pull the plug on your mum's business. It all adds up.
You're a good lad. You love your mum. You didn't like it, though, did you, when Alex did and all?
Look, watch my lips, all right? I did nothing.
Temper, temper.
You've held my client for nearly 24 hours. Either charge him or stop wasting our time.
How did it feel to kill your mate, Adam?
Look, I didn't do it.
You had a row about your mum. You knocked him over the head. Then you were left with a body. And for insurance, because you've been watching too much CSI, you thought you'd kill two birds with one corpse and have a go at framing Declan Macy.
I thought I knew all her friends.
I'm Amy. Me and Karen met here a few weeks ago and we just clicked. All the rest of them are.
The coven, I call them. Look at me as if I'm some sort of freak. Joni, pleased to meet you. God, the noise! One kid I could deal with. A whole nest of them do my head in. I only come here because it's good for him.
So you're keeping him then? Karen told us that he was adopted. Thought that you might be giving him back.
There was never a baby wanted more than him. Karen always said, right from the start, he'd have two birthdays. One the day he was born, the other, the real one, the day he came home.
She must have really loved him. Loads.
He was everything to her. And now he's everything to me. Since I lost Karen, if it wasn't for him, I'd have gone back to bed and stayed there.
Some tea over there. Fancy a cup?
I'd rather have a pint, but if you're offering.
Well, not my fault if the truth hurts.
You can't keep telling buyers they're looking around the House of Horrors.
Dan, yes, I can if it means keeping a roof over our heads.
I've already had a load of them trailing around my place.
Oh, tell me about the fire. Ghost in the attic, the rising damp.
That doesn't exist.
I was changing Jack's nappy when they turned up, though. And he'd been a bit poorly lately, so they didn't stay too long.
Now that is fighting talk for you. Listen, Andy, we're behind you all the way, even if it means lying stalkers in front of the bulldozers.
He wants to flog the place, not knock it down.
Listen, he doesn't stand a chance if walls stick together. All for one and one for all, eh?
Vic, got hold of Amy yet?
I will if it kills me.
I want some pink shoes, and it was my idea. You wouldn't have got nothing from Cameron without me.
Well, a tenner, that's all I've got.
You spent everything.
I lost it.
Did not.
Well, I did.
Give us an answer.
We should ask him for some more.
We have had enough out of him. We just need to quit while we're ahead. Anyway, Jesus won't like it.
Okay. Loser.
Good lunch, was it?
And you're here because?
I've made a start on your diary. It's all over the place. You were double booked twice this week. I put some coffee on and I brought cakes.
And you don't work here anymore. So this would be a good opportunity for you to give me back the key that you shouldn't have.
Well, I got one cut in case I lost my handbag. It's obvious you're not coping.
We've never coped so well.
Since you put half the village up for sale, they're building a wicker man with your name on it on the cricket pitch.
Yes, I had a visit from the local friendly lynch mob the other day.
Yeah, my point exactly. You've never needed a gatekeeper more.
I've never needed you less.
Especially now you've had Adam arrested.
I don't make the laws. If he's stupid enough to take a swing at me when the police are watching, that's his lookout.
I bet his mum won't feel the same way. Or Kane. His mum's boyfriend, or anyone else.
Oh, yeah, I can see you fending him off with a pointy stick.
Please, Declan. I never put a foot wrong. I always went the extra mile. I never even complained when you rang me at midnight.
Oh, but you did. Listen, Nicola. The door is closed. It's not going to open again.
Please. Don't make me beg.
If anything suitable turns up, I'll let you know.
I've been texting you.
Oh, no signal.
Did you speak to her?
Vanessa.
Yes, Vanessa. You were going to talk.
And we did. And I was going to tell you, you've nothing to worry about. It's all in hand.
She's going to come back to work.
It's a distinct possibility, yeah.
I knew she wouldn't let us down.
So you just lie there and relax. All you need to do is get better.
I can just about stand the screaming, the tantrums, the sick. But the music.
Yeah, it sticks in your brain for a bit, doesn't it?
Oh. We had to bring in our own CDs last week. I brought in Punk Rock Baby. Went down like a lead balloon.
This lot look a bit more One Direction.
First dance at Karen's wedding, I wanted her to have Billy Idol. She settled for Take That. We didn't speak for a month.
Sounds like me and my mum.
Then it was all Robbie Williams when she was sick with the IVF. She got bitter. Kept ranting about all those slappers who get pregnant first time round with kids they don't want when she was desperate for a kid of her own.
Is that why she adopted?
First time she held him, it was as if he was hers. And always had been. Still, that's not going to bring her back, is it?
I'm sorry.
Oh. It's not your fault. Or young Jack's. He's a lovely lad. How old is he? You don't know?
He's not mine.
You're just borrowing him?
No, well, I'm training to be a nursery nurse. So my friend asked could I have him for the afternoon because she's busy.
With her feet up on a copy of Grazia, she's got any sense. Not daft, is she?
That'll be £5.40, please. Shall I text you?
Oh, cheers, love. Kane must have it bad. When is he taking time off work for a woman like ever?
Moira.
Adam's been arrested.
Well, that's what you get for smacking people in the street.
For murder. Alex's murder. Never.
That's what we were just saying. He'll be in there for 5 minutes. Now he's got blood on his hands.
Not Adam. They were best mates.
He's as much of a homicidal maniac as Honey Boo Boo.
He's hardly started shaving. He hasn't got it in him.
Would have said the same about Chaz this time last year. Not the shaving bit, obviously.
Oh, I don't believe it either.
Wish they'd arrest my flaming ex-employer again.
For what? Daring to sell his own property?
2 glasses of Pinot, please, Diane.
For being a fat-headed, ungrateful pain in the neck.
Oh, I take it you didn't get your old job back then.
I should never have gone grovelling in the first place. Why didn't you try and stop me?
Are you sure you asked nicely, Nicola? Only sometimes you can be the tiniest bit abrasive.
Make that a bottle, please. My sister's paying.
Just saying.
No need to take it out on her.
Hey, the woman who fell into Harvey Nichols and fell out covered in carrier bags. Of course they're in.
Looking after him. It's not putting you off having kids your own one day.
That's only made us want them more now.
I used to say to Karen, some women are born mothers. I wasn't, but she was born for it. And now the poor soul's got to manage without her.
Well, he's young, man. He'll bounce back.
Shouldn't have to, though, should he? He's been through so much already. Chucked away by his mum.
We're about to pack up now, ladies.
Oh, I think that's the signal for us to leave. Come on, little man. Hey, let's get your buggy before this nappy pebble dashes the walls.
I'll take him for a bit if you want.
You sure?
Hello, Kyle. I'm Amy.
Oh, thank God. Come here. Oh, thanks for bringing him home. You all right?
Yeah.
So why the hell didn't you answer any of my calls?
Maybe because I've been stuck in an interview room with 2 sweaty coppers for the last day.
You and me both. Yeah, sit down.
If we got any beers in the fridge, I reckon we could all do with one.
My last drink, yeah, thanks for that.
What do you mean?
The police told me they'd been to see you. So don't go on like you don't know about their pathetic excuse for evidence.
They reckon they found one of Adam's gloves near the grave.
What makes them think it's yours?
They're running DNA tests on it. Reckon murderers always go back to the scene of the crime.
Don't tell me that you've got a glove missing.
No. You can buy gloves like that from anywhere. But if that's all they've got to run on, they might as well pull half the farmers round here in.
So until they rule you out, you're still under suspicion?
I'm on bail. Until they find enough to nail me. Now, someone told them that Declan wanted his cash back, right? So they reckon that I topped Alice because you slept with him and then buried him to frame Declan.
Seriously?
Motive, opportunity and evidence. We're giving it both barrels.
Well, we'll just have to prove them wrong.
And if we don't?
You know, this is where you're supposed to say it's all right, son. I know you didn't do it. It's all a big shed load of lies.
Well, if you tell me you didn't, that's good enough for me. But you didn't, did you?
Do you even have to ask me that?
Now go on out there and make sure that nothing is missing. And make sure that that glove isn't yours.
It can't be, Mum. If I'd come home in a state covered in my best mate's blood, don't you think you might have noticed?
Calm down. Just drink this, here.
No, if anyone was going to believe me, I thought it'd be you.
And I do. Of course I do.
You're a liar. You want proof, do you? Fine. Wait here.
Diane, glass of white wine, please.
Sold anyone's bed from under them today?
Not yet. It's still early. Andy, I've got a couple coming to view your house this afternoon. No more dirty nappies, yeah?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You try and sabotage my buyers one more time, you'll be out on your ear whether the house is sold or not.
Yeah, just stuff the little people, eh?
You know, you spend years paying the rent on time.
Well, no one could accuse you and Dan of that.
What do you get? A boot up the backside of the nearest cardboard box just because the landlord passed his overdraft limit. Don't know how you sleep at night.
I'm going to sleep a lot better once these houses are sold. You know, thank you. The estate agent described you to a T. Bad dye job, middle-aged, dresses like a tart in clothes one size too small, Geordie accent.
Cheeky cow.
You try and scare off my buyers with your Grim Reaper act one more time, you'll be hearing from my solicitor.
Yeah, we'll try chucking us out and you'll be hearing from Maine.
You know, you can march up to my house with burning torches, if you like. You're wasting your time. Those houses are on the market. They're staying there till they're sold. Spread the word.
You do know you're off the hook for murder. Apparently it was Adam. Every cloud, eh?
That's the thing with Kerry. She's a great girl, but once she gets the bit between her teeth, there's no stopping her. Not from Kane?
No.
Must still be stuck at the station, then. I keep telling her to leave it, but she won't listen. If she don't wind herself back in, we're both in the camper van. The pair of us in a put-up bed. My back can't take that.
Ain't you got a job to do?
Haven't you?
I think you best get on with it, yeah?
We've only had an extra 10 minutes break while the boss is away and all that.
I'll be there in a minute.
Shouldn't you two be back at school?
Dad said we could stop here until bus comes.
Well, it's due any minute.
Can I get some crisps to take out?
Go on.
Yeah, I'll take free crisps, please.
Yeah, you can have one.
No, it's free.
No, why do you need 3 crisps? I'll give you a muffin.
No, I don't want one.
They're good for you.
No, I'll take free crisps, please.
Sure,
Thanks.
you won't, because if she finds out you've got 3 crisps.
She'll never know. Why do you always have to do what she says? Just
Moody, miserable. As if I'd want to work for a jumped-up little prat like that again.
Oh, cheer up. You'll find something else.
He didn't look like a man that's just been cleared of murder, did he?
Well, not exactly cleared, more eliminated.
Like anyone believed he did it. He ain't got the balls to murder someone, but he could easily bore them to death.
So he's turned you down. So what are you going to do now?
It's all up for grabs. The rest of my life starts here.
Steve, why don't you let Nicola do a few bits and pieces for you?
Sounds good. Well, it's better than the factory, isn't it? Or my place.
Well, as an experienced executive assistant, I think I can do better than that.
Yeah, well, you haven't, have you? And until you get snapped up by some captain of industry, you might as well do a bit of paperwork for Steve.
No, thanks.
It's not like we're desperate.
The offer's there if you need it.
I'll find something.
No good looking at me. I haven't changed my mind. The last stint you did behind the bar nearly bankrupted me.
Hospitality's a personality thing, isn't it, Mum? You've either got it or you haven't.
Good day.
Yeah, we've had a great day, haven't we, Jack?
Oh, such a great day that you forgot to tell Vic that the police think Adam's a murderer.
Yeah, well, I knew that she was helping Val and Eric selling their place.
And your mates get arrested every day, so it just slipped your mind, did it?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to worry her until there was something to worry about.
Sorry to barge in, only Sarah's pushed her outside and knew Amy had been pushing it.
Are you okay?
Me? Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? While you're out playing nanny with my nephew, I had to find out that Adam suspected of murdering his best mate.
I'll leave you both to it. How much do I owe you?
Oh, nothing. I've enjoyed myself.
Turning down cash, that's new.
If you ever need a sitter, just give us a shout.
Worth nicking his kid for, was it?
Yeah, might have been.
And you got what you wanted?
I held him, Victoria. I held me little boy.
Vanessa.
I don't have long. Moira needs me.
And so do we. Because every day that surgery's shut, we're losing money.
Don't you think I don't know that?
And clients. And pretty soon they're all going to defect over to that shiny tooth vet in town.
And whose fault would that be?
The person that chucked loads of drugs at my wife.
Your wife for taking them?
You for snogging my wife.
Oh, I knew this were a waste of time.
Don't go. Please don't go. I'm begging you to come back. I'm begging you on my bended knee if I have to, because if you don't, then Rona will. And she's nowhere near well enough.
Nice bit of emotional blackmail.
Right, if you're not bothered about your own business going down the pan, that's fair enough. Don't do it for me. But do it for her. For what you did to her. For what we all did to her.
And if I don't?
Just do it. Please.
You said you would see him the once and then you promised me that you'd stop.
Well, I can't. Not now.
Tell his granny you Kyle's mum, did you?
Well, I haven't lied to her.
Not much.
She thinks I'm looking after Jack for a mate, and I am. Kind of.
To get your hands on someone else's kid.
My kid?
Not anymore. This has got to stop right now. You're weirding me out. This isn't normal.
Well, neither's holding your own son who doesn't have a clue who you are.
And whose choice was that?
He calls her Joni. He laughs when she does. His little face lights up.
So he's happy. Yeah, and she loves him. This ends now.
He's my son.
He stopped being yours the minute you gave him away. He's someone else's kid now. So you have got to get a grip and move on.
Well, it's gone too far for that now. I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I love him too much.
You found them?
Just the one. He's in my quad.
So the police might find your DNA.
If it's the other one to that, they can't blame and miss it.
You know what this means, Adam?
Look, that quad's been all over the place. Anyone could have got their hands on him.
I didn't put it there, Mum. I didn't know where he was buried. I didn't know nothing.
Why would anyone want to blame you?
Think about it.
You know that you can tell me anything. Whatever you might have done, I'll never stop loving you. I'll stand by you.
I didn't do it, Mum. I didn't kill Alex.
You tried to kill Kane. You left Kerry for dead. How can I be sure you haven't done something to him?
I swear on my life. I swear on my dad's grave that it wasn't me.
But the police have evidence.
Someone's made sure they've got evidence.
You see, he believes me, why don't you?
He's been set up.
I know I am. And so does my brief, but the police are out to get me. Well, I could go down for something I didn't do here, Mum. Why you believe me?
I'm sorry, I do believe you. Of course I believe you. It's all right, I'm sorry.
They're enjoying life for the first time in years, and if their families don't like it, well, they'll just have to lump it. Pat and Cabbage are here next. Then a community is shattered when tragedy strikes in brand new The Guilty, here at 9.